usual. They don't charge you for roofing. When a roofing like to get something, there is a special discount for water. Otherwise, you can let to it, no problem. Okay? Follow me, please. Thank you.
It is the first day in Pompei. This is the first day in the shoes in here. It's our tour guide. It's in there. It's been the YouTube. We are going down. Yeah. Walk around one of the showroom down there. This is the first day in Pompei to walk around. Yep. Yeah. This is one of the display. What they can see is in here. Look. Yeah. Yeah. We are here. This
From
is
outside Europe, over 155 euros, there is another 12% of the tax free.
what are you buying, my baby? Yeah.
She would like to spend $3,000. You want to see a ring, madam? I have a big selection if you want. The ring's here.
It's
You like the most expensive there.
This is expensive?
The most
the
You
most.
have a look, we don't charge you for looking. That's a collection piece in the cube here. But that's a good quality anyway, in gold made by the man.
So how many the carats go? How much the carats?
We do have a 9 carat or 18. Those are 9 carat gold.
Okay, 9 carats gold.
We do have even 18 if you want go in silver. But the value you don't buy the.
Look, this is all the jewelry here.
See, you can have
In
a
Pompei.
frame. It's about 1,950. You can have one bigger with much more gold. For much
We've got lots of pearls in here.
600. Oh, you can have for 50, so I told you, 100, 200, any price. 30. What do you want to see? Earrings?
I want earrings.
Earrings.
Is that cheaper?
If you want something nice with a flower in silver, about 100, you may buy the t-shirt. Some ones we set in silver. Okay?
There's a lot of view here, lots of the collection, lots of expensive jewelry in this area. So, it's the expensive here, expensive jewelry. London. Yeah. Oh, it's just a nice one. Oh, also, this the shell that they're using here. Look, this different shells in here. Look. It should be this one doing also in the Philippines. Look. It's so cute. Listen there. Look, they make the seal as a lamb shell, and look how creative the people in Pompei. Look how nice this bugjong in Bohol. That this shell is too many in Bohol actually. Look. It's too many in Bohol. How nice this. How creative in here. It's all bronze in here. Look. So, the nice display in this area. Hello, good morning. Look. It's a display. There's the chariot. The nice display in the house. There is. Oh, my wife, maybe they're buying something in there. My wife buying now. And this one nice souvenir in this area. Now this is the first day of the Pompei. We are here in the site of. This is the site we are going to visit within 2 hours. This is the one. Yeah. And this one to visit here. This is the site we need to go. Yeah. And how nice in this area. Look. On our tour guides in here. He's the one to be explained for everything. On I have no need to say anything. This is I need them to tell something.
Welcome to the old city of Pompei. Starting our tour, let me give you an historical introduction to the city. The city of Pompei is big, 66 hectares, so like 66 football fields. We can visit the historical center of Pompei with the most important buildings. Is it your first time in Pompei?
Yes.
Enjoy your visit. That's a prehistoric lava flow, a river of lava that dates back to the early Bronze Age, because 24,000 years ago has already existed the volcano, the Vesuvius, with its activity. So Pompei is located into the Sarno River Valley on a volcanic plateau. The soil of Pompei is very fertile. Thanks to this, in the past there was a huge production of cereals, vegetables, fruits, olive oil and wine. And Pompei always has been a trade center. Unfortunately, we don't know who was the founder of Pompei, which population came first in this area. But according to the mythology, here are Achilles, the Greek hero. So he went to Spain, to Greece, defeating Atlas, giants, lions. Later on, he died in this area. First of all, Herculaneum, an entire colony for the worship of himself. Then in Pompei took place a ritual celebration. That celebration was called Palma. So this is the meaning of the term Pompei, festival, celebration. Okay? For a long time, Pompei was a Greek colony. In fact, along the Bay of Naples, there were a lot of Greek settlements, such as Ischia, the island next to Capri, Cume on the mainland, and finally Naples. That means this, Neapolis, new city, new Greek colony, and Pompei. We know for sure that the city of Pompei was conquered for the first time during the 5th century BC by Samnites. The Samnites were warriors from mountains, Benevento city. They arrived here to conquer the city. The city was turned into a new colony with a city wall. That's the city wall of Pompei under restoration. About the city wall, there are 8 doors, 8 city doors to link the city with other colonies in this area, and 12 towers of control to defeat the city. Unfortunately, the Samnites were very warlike. So among Samnites and Romans, there were some battles until the 89 BC. In 89 BC, the Roman army arrived here with Sulla. He was a Roman conductor, and Pompey was turned into a Roman colony. It was a beautiful and very rich Roman colony until the 79 AD, the year of terrible eruption. Okay, let's go visit Pompei. Now, Pompei is older than the Colosseum in Rome. Because now Pompei dates back to the 70 BC, the first century BC. Instead of it, the Colosseum dates back to the first century AD. So after Pompei, after 79. So they didn't fight for that technically. And the doors are very small, but the gladiators were tall. So the doors are small because entering inside with the face down was a sign of submission for them, because they were slaves. This is a common practice. In fact, we can visit a rich house here in Pompei, and in the servants' quarter, the doors are very small, smaller than the others for these people, for the servants, because they were slaves.
They are walking around there. Just walk around, going to the theater. We're going to see they're fighting for. Yeah, look. How nice are they?
Watch the facts.
Well, we are raining in Pompei at the moment. We are walk around on. See here. We stop. Oh, there's the theater. Okay.
Right now, we are walking through the backstage. This was the backstage of small theater of Pompei. There are 3 open doors between the backstage and the stage. In the past, there was a wooden stage. In front of the stage, there is a water tunnel. So that tunnel was plenty of water. So thanks to the waves, there was the echo for the acoustic, for the voice. During the lockdown 2 years ago, they were digging under the marble floor. In the middle, there is a marble floor. That's the orchestra, the perfect location for the musicians. Under the marble floor, there is an inner floor. Inside there is a double floor. The inner floor empties terracotta jars in that floor. So for the
This is the Pompei. This is our group.
In this case, there is a balcony, perhaps for the politicians, because this theater was used for small performances, acting, dancing, singing, for concerts, musical events, and for electoral speeches. So we can imagine that in the past there was a new candidate on stage, and after the interview there was there are steps. So upstairs there was the balcony for himself and for his family. use Office Word, the Office Word, the program.
Yes.
There is a font. The name is Times New Roman. This one. Times New Roman is inspired by this one. And in this case we can read C. Quintius Valgus, that is Gaio Quinto Valgo, that's a name. There is a second one, Porcius M, Marco Porcius. CF, MF mean Caius Filius, Marcus Filius, the son of Gaius, the son of Marcus. Duovir, due in Italian is two, so duovir means two politicians. That means by the wish of the council, because in Pompei there was a local senate. Theatrum tectum means covered theater, because in this case in the past there was a real roof, a wooden roof. Locar, locus means location. So locar means that they paid for the construction of this building here in this spot. So this is a sponsorization. Nothing changed. This is a sponsorization to be famous, to be re-elected in the past, because they were local politicians.
And then to walk there, going up. Another walk. This is how the Pompei. Look, all these the houses before. This is the old house before eruption of the volcano. Then, it's getting worse. The rain is worse. In here. And walking around.
This is the entrance to the large theater of Pompei, and here there is the restroom. So this in the past was the restroom because the Romans collected urine. Inside there is ammonia. So they reused the urine in laundry, for washing clothes, for fixing colors on clothes, for brushing in cosmetics. So this is the large theater of Pompei. This theater was for drama, tragedies, comedies, mimes, and pantomimes. The pantomimes with the masks to cover the faces. There is a new stage with the comedies is the same. This theater is being used. There is a scenography in the past there were statues changed according to the diplomacies, so there are bricks, this is the scenography. And it was total white, completely covered by marble. The marble was fitted out and it was reused, especially for the construction of all the palace of Caserta. And in this case, the orchestra in the middle is completely different. But look, the shape is a North Shore shape, because this theater is pre-Romance. It dates back to the 2nd century BC, so before the Roman conquest. But during the Roman period, there was a huge restyling of this area. There was a family, a very rich family. They were merchants of wine, Olconi family, and they paid for a restyling of this area during the Roman times. Here there is the original seat numbering for the seats.
This is in the top view of the theater in Pompei. This is the top view. Look.
wine and for keeping hot the food. So the name is thermopolium. Thermos means hot, to keep hot. And about the meals of the Romans, a lot of cereals, vegetables, rice, a bit of meat because the meat was expensive, so especially chicken and pork. Here, fishing was an important activity thanks to the port. And so there was a huge production of fish soup in the past. A lot of bread. In fact, next to the restaurant there is a bakery and a lot of fruits. Dates for the elections. In 79 AD, there were the elections, the election days. And so there is the electoral propaganda painted on the walls. This is another common practice here in Pompei during Roman times. At the entrance, in front of the sidewalk, there is a sitting area. The sitting area was for clientes. The clientes were clients, so they were servants of the family. Usually poor people that every day went to rich house asking for meals, jobs, monies, and so there was a relationship between the owners and the clients. In this case, at the entrance there is the waiting area for them, and they could vote. So this is the reason why there is the electoral propaganda painting on the wall. At the entrance of the house, usually there are steps and there is the entrance corridor. So this is the typical structure of a rich house. And in this case, there is the cast of the doors. In the past, there were wooden doors. This technique, the plaster cast, was invented in 1863 by Giuseppe Fiorelli. After the unification of Italy, 1861, Giuseppe Fiorelli, an archaeologist, was elected director of the ruins. So he had a brilliant idea. Try to imagine, in 79 AD, there was a wooden door. During the eruption, that door was covered by volcanic stones and ash. That material is hot, so the wood is gone, but there is the cavity, the perfect shape of the door. That cavity during the digs was filled with the plastic liquid, so this is the result, the plaster cast of the door.
At least no more here. No more rain inside.
This is a big common house.
Swimming pool. But
This is a pool for catching the rainy water, for the water supply of the house. Because originally there wasn't the aqueduct. So in the houses they had a pool for catching the rainy water to be reused inside.
okay. This is
So
this
is the
catching
typical
water
structure
to
of
use
a
the
rich
water in this
Roman
area.
house. There is the step at the entrance corridor. In the corners there is a family chapel to pray. Not only the Roman god, but other gods. For example, here in Pompei there was an Egyptian community. This is a sphinx. This is a sphinx. So there are some Egyptian elements in the frescoes too. The fresco is a technique of paintings. Fresco means fresh. Because the original colors made of natural and mineral pigments were on the fresh wall. When the wall was still wet, they were painting the wall. So this is a technique that we have seen. And here there are a lot of frescoes. Everywhere the house is painted. And there are 4 artworks about the frescoes. There is the first style of fresco, that's it. The wrapping of marble blocks. So plain marble. Marble blocks, the same colors, the same shapes. The second style, the subject is building. So there are temples, buildings, houses, porticos, and so. The third style about nature. So there are gardens, birds, in this case birds eating fruits, ducks. In this case there are mosques. And in the circles, usually there are portraits. In this case, the face of Jupiter, the father of gods. And finally, there is the last style, the mythological one. In this case, the subject is the Trojan War. So that's the Trojan horse and inside the city. And that's Cassandra, the prophetess of Troy. And this room was a public space for the family members. And along that corridor, there are private rooms, so bedrooms. In the middle of the house, there is a pool. This is a pool for catching the rainy water. In correspondence, on the ceiling, there is a cavity to allow rain water to pass and to bring lights inside in the house. Under the floor, there is a system for water supply, for collecting water. In fact, in front of the pool, there is a water well. This room was the studio. It was a tablino, the office of housekeeper. Tablino because here there were tablets. So there were books for that time. And in this case, this was the studio of the owner. They found a ring, so we know for sure the name of the owner, Quintius Pompei Sabinus. He was one of the relatives of Pompei Sabina. Pompei Sabina was the second wife of Nero. And very important family, they were politicians. Pompei Sabina was born in Pompei. Pompei was the birthplace of Pompei Sabina, the second wife of Nero. Here there are paintings about wild animals, lions, panthers, dolphins, and so, because the wild animals were the symbols of powerful families. The garden, usually at the back of a rich house there is a garden. In the gardens there were fruit trees, roses plants, there was a huge production of rose water. They sold the rose water, and the rose water was expensive. So this was an important business for the city. There is the original floor with the marble. And this room was an important room because this was the dining room. Everywhere there is the mosaic and the frescoes on the wall. So there is the mosaic on the floor and the frescoes up on the walls. And here there is colorful marble. In the middle there is a scene with a boat with a ship. And this is the light sky blue. The light sky blue was the most precious color from a lapis lazuli, so the precious stone from Afghanistan pulverized. So this is the most expensive color here in Pompei. And this is about the Egyptian community in Pompei. If you stay in the historical center of Naples, there is a statue. There is a small square, Nile Square. And there is a statue, that's a Roman statue, but when in Naples stayed an Egyptian community, and here in Pompei was the same. There was an Egyptian community during Roman times. And there is that statue, and that statue is the personification of Nile River. So there is the Nile River, the Sphinx, the crocodile, Naples Center, in the historical center. This is a villa. This is a very rich house. In this case, an entire city block is occupied by this house, and this was a private spa. This is the entrance to the spa. There are dolphins on the floor, the subject of mosaics. And in this case, there are three pools: frigidarium, tepidarium, and calidarium. Cold water, warm water, and hot water. The first step was the warm bath, and then the sauna. Finally, with the fresh water, they could refresh after the sauna. And usually, they used to spend 2 hours inside every day in the late afternoon, so after 2. This is a private spa, but perhaps in the past it was opened for rent, so like very similar to a luxury spa for the inhabitants of Pompei. But in any case, in the city there were 6 public spas. Spa is a Latin term, and the Latin is the official language spoken during the Roman Empire. Spa means salus per aquam, healthy the body care through the water, thanks to the water. In this case, it was heated water, not thermal water, okay? But originally rainy water, later on the water of aqueducts. After the Roman conquest was built an aqueduct, and here there is a pipe system, lead pipes. As you know, the lead is poisoning. So this is one of the reasons why the expectation of life was short, 40-45 years. And they had 3 pipes with the 3 different destinations: rich houses, public spa facilities in the city, and public fountains in the city.